Hi, everyone. Welcome. If this is your first time joining us for a partner spotlight, I am excited to have Bloomberg here. We have been doing these over the last couple of weeks, really just to highlight some of our partners for the Data Connect conference this year, their open roles, what they have going on at their organizations, and we'll be sharing a little bit about the recruitment session as well. So again, I'm here with Bloomberg today. I'm here with Alex and Tashmia, and they will be diving a little bit more into Bloomberg, who they are, what they're doing with the organization, and any open roles that they have. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it right over to them, and we'll get into the good stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, it's so nice to meet everyone. I'm happy to be here today. Tashmia and I will be talking a bit more about Bloomberg, but just a bit about myself is I've been at Bloomberg for a little over 6 years now, currently on the experienced hire data recruitment team. So pretty much people that have previous experience between, college and coming into Bloomberg.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to speak with you today. So I'm Tashmia Daly. I'm one of our entry-level data recruiters at Bloomberg. I've been at Bloomberg for almost 2 years. It's going to be 2 years next month, and support our entry-level hiring for mainly full-time hires. So any seniors that are about to graduate or anyone with about 0 to 2 years of experience, I generally will handle the recruitment for the team. So we can dive in now a little bit more about Bloomberg, because many of you may have heard the name Bloomberg just in general. We have, of course, named after our founder and still current CEO, who is up on the screen over onto the left, though, maybe a little bit younger than today. So that's Mike Bloomberg right over there. He is our founder, and he began at Bloomberg in 1981. And 1981 looked a lot different in terms of the tech landscape, the finance landscape than it does today. We're talking over 40 years ago. The internet was just starting to come out, and Mike really had a vision that he wanted to be able to bring transparency to the financial markets. So what Bloomberg is in general, just to go back a step, is a data analytics type of firm. So we have a software, which is our Bloomberg terminal, where we provide data, finance, and analytic information to financial stakeholders that make key business decisions. So some of those financial decision makers might be banks, brokers, hedge funds. We have about 300,000 subscribers and growing. But we really wanted to ensure that we were getting all of our financial market information over to the appropriate people, because prior to the internet, prior to the terminal, banks would have some information, brokers would have another, hedge funds would have something else, but there was no way for them all to speak to each other. So at Bloomberg, we really do like to talk about ourselves with a lot of acronyms. There are a lot of acronyms within our firm that we use to kind of better understand our structure. So first, the acronym that we really use to remember our core and how we operate is DANCES. So DANCES, D stands for data. Of course, that's our primary information that we provide to our decision makers. Our data department, which Alex and I support, is an entire division that's really dedicated to providing that information, ensuring that's 100% accurate, and that our clients are getting the information that we need. A stands for analytics. We have another department within Bloomberg called our analytics and sales team. And analytics at Bloomberg can mean two things. One, your traditional analytics, so, making decisions based off of the data and information that we provide. But really our analytics team at Bloomberg is all about becoming subject matter experts within the financial space. That way they can then transfer over into sales. And our sales team is a little unique at Bloomberg because we're not just the traditional, we're trying to get new clients and build our client base. Of course, every new client is a really great one, but we really want to continue to foster the connections that we have with our current clients. So our sales team is a little bit more about being consultative rather than only taking in new business. News. Many of you might have actually heard about Bloomberg and thought at first, that we were mainly a news and media company, and that is 100% correct. We have Bloomberg News, Bloomberg TV, Bloomberg Radio, and growing. If you go on Bloomberg.com, you'll see lots of financial news stories as well. So that has been another division, but primarily we started off with the terminal. Communication, that's the C in our dances acronym. We are all about communication at Bloomberg. We have a system that's very similar to Slack or instant messaging on our terminal called Instant Bloomberg, or IB. That allows us to get information over really, really quickly. And billions of information are sent over pretty much each and every day. Electronic trading, a lot of our financial decision makers and users are going to use our terminal for trading. So that continues to be a really big part of the service and information that we provide. And the last one, and probably what Mike would say is the most important, is service. I believe that Bloomberg has continued to be so successful because of the white glove service that we provide our clients. Because of course, 40 years, there's a lot of software, a lot of services that can provide the same information that we can. But at Bloomberg, you call in, you're not going to be put on hold. You're going to be connected with someone immediately. We take in all of our inquiries within 1 minute. Doesn't mean that we are solving the problem in 1 minute all the time, but you're going to be connected to someone live. That way they can address your issues right away. So we can move over to the next slide. This just shows a little bit more about our growth. So we started off with about 22 terminals, and actually our first client that we sold to was Merrill Lynch. They continue to be a client to this day, and we've continued to grow pretty steadily to having over 330 terminals. And again, right now it's really about that maintenance of our customers and client base. Of course, we still want to continue to go up, but really retaining the clients that we have is important and key. So I'll talk a little bit more about our culture and values. And I can turn that over to Alex.
Yeah, so culture is definitely something that's really important, I think, at every company, but Bloomberg has a lot of pride in our culture. So first off, innovate. We're always making sure that we're always improving our product. And, we don't want to be the followers in the industry. We want to be the leaders, as Tashmia was talking about in 1981. The terminal was there was nothing like it. So we always try to remain to be the strongest in the industry, always improving, whether it's just our product, our workflows. And the best way to do that is through collaboration within our team. And our teams are comprised of different backgrounds, different skill sets, and we really utilize that to make sure that we're bringing everyone's strengths to the group. And by doing that, we're able to improve our product. And for the third, the know your customer, that is the best way we're able to improve our product, is really understanding how our customers are using the product, why they're using it, different situations, and making sure that we're able to give them the strongest product possible so that we can better ourselves along the way. And lastly, Bloomberg is not the place to just do something quickly just to get it out there. We're always making sure that we're not taking the easy way out, but doing the right thing by both our customers and also within our colleagues. So that's definitely something that's really important to Bloomberg. And to continue on to that, I know I mentioned briefly, is that our teams are comprised of different backgrounds and skill sets. But I think the diversity inclusion isn't an afterthought at Bloomberg. It really is central to our success. But beyond that, we do have a diversity and inclusion workforce. We do believe that it's a very critical component to our culture. And we have 9 different communities at Bloomberg that hold a variety of events throughout the year, send newsletters of what's happening within the communities. But most importantly, they provide a great opportunity for everyone to come together, to feel the support, and also give you a chance to build a network within Bloomberg and meet people within different teams. And philanthropy is another central part of our culture. There are 5 key areas that we focus on, including public health, education, environment, government innovation, arts and culture. And every year, the majority of our profits go to charity, which is really awesome from Bloomberg, something a lot of our employees have pride with. But in addition to giving money, our employees have the opportunity to volunteer their time at a number of events throughout the year. And if employees do 25 hours of community service, Bloomberg will donate $2,500 to a charity of our choice. And in addition to that, Bloomberg also matches employees' charitable gifts up to $5,000 a year. But some of the events that we get to volunteer at are really great. Personally, I've done a number of things, whether it's, wrapping holiday presents at the end of the year. I've gone to Central Park and have cleaned up the park and painted benches and everything like that. So that really has a great variety of events so that you can do to either meet other Bloomberg employees. There's also team building exercises that we've done, which is really great. But yeah, really great opportunity for the Bloomberg employees to get involved and give something back. And I will pass it on to Tashmia.
So a little bit more about our data department. So data, of course, is the department that both Alex and I primarily support. And really, those will be the roles that we're going to be promoting and discussing at the Data Connect conference in a couple of weeks. So we really want to ensure that you understand what our data department does. So our data department is all about providing accurate, timely, and comprehensive data to our clients. It is really important to us that really all of our information in our terminal is presented in a way that our clients can make meaningful insights. A lot of our clients are making really quick decisions. So we want to ensure that's presented in a way that they can just glance, pull what they need. And that's also accurate. That's also very key to us, that we're pulling from verified sources. Of course, financial data is our primary information that we provide, but we're also expanding to other non-traditional data sets as well. Of course, there's like cryptocurrency that's emerging, ESG and corporate social responsibility are also kind of integrating and weaving their way into the financial space. So we continue to increase that information that we're providing day by day. And really the important thing for us is that we want to ensure that everyone gets access to the same amount of data so that all of our clients can get the information that they need and that the financial markets can operate really fairly and efficiently.
And then where are we? So Bloomberg does have offices globally, all over the world. But as far as the United States goes, our main offices sit in Princeton and New York. Princeton is a bit more, being in the suburbs of New Jersey, more of a campus-like feel, has free lunches and, community gardens all around, which is really beautiful to walk around. New York City is in, Midtown Manhattan. So definitely not the campus-like feel, a bit more of the New York City being in the financial industry field. So just some differences between the two locations. But overall at Bloomberg, our job at its core is to provide our clients with clean, timely, and comprehensive data. And since we maintain the world's premier global databases and financial instruments and entities, our data teams form the backbone of the products and services. And we are expanding our reach into non-traditional data areas as well. So a lot of growth happening over the next few years. And I can tell you, from my experience at 6 years of Bloomberg, it's grown a lot in those 6 years as well. So constantly, this is a company that has constant change and growth and, don't necessarily get bored here, which is nice. But that's all we have on the slides, at least for today. But would definitely love to keep in touch and connect with you on LinkedIn. And if you had any additional questions or wanted to reach out for different job opportunities, just wanted to share our names and our contact information one more time.
Thank you so much for sharing that information. I want to circle back on just a couple of things that really stood out to me. I love that you touched on the different areas of your business. I am one of those people that Bloomberg News. So it was great to see that you all have, so much more going on. And I'm sure a lot of folks who are joining us this morning learned a little bit of something from that. I also love the volunteer kind of aspect of it and the give back and the diversity and inclusion. I think those are things that are easy to talk the talk. So I appreciate you bringing some, hard examples of how Bloomberg truly walks the walk in that sense. So thank you for sharing those things as well. To give folks who are maybe tuning in a little late or for the first time on one of our partner spotlights, our organization is Women in Analytics. We are hosting the annual Data Connect conference this year. It's coming up very quickly. I think we have like a little less than 2 weeks before our event kicks off on July 20th. Bloomberg is one of our supporters and sponsors this year. They will also be in attendance at our in-person recruitment session. We're going to be doing 2 different sections of the recruitment session. The first one is going to be for all of our pre-registered folks. So if you are interested in attending the event and interested in attending this pre-registration, you can sign up for that. You'll register for the event, and then following that, you'll get a logistics email around where you can register for that pre-registration session. We are only opening that to the first 100 folks who sign up. So there are only a few spots left. If you are interested, buy your ticket, sign up for that pre-registration. And then there is also a little gift from the WIA team if you sign up for that pre-registration session and actually attend it. So if a Starbucks gift card wasn't enough, again, Bloomberg is going to be at that event. They'll be sharing some more specifics around open roles that they have. One final question before we go. I know you've shared a couple of links and whatnot with us around where folks can learn a little bit more about career options and open roles. Is there anything else you would like to share around that? Any additional links or, application process information that might be helpful? I know we've got a ton of comments of folks interested in learning more. So I just wanted to touch on that one more time before we go.
Yeah, I would say that the best place to find a majority of our open roles would be on our career website. So really great to go on there to see anything that's open and available. I would also suggest connecting with a recruiter, could be myself, could be Alex, because sometimes we'll post like new roles, new opportunities, or we'll be thinking about a role that's about to open in the future. So it's really great to have that open conversation and continue to expand our network. So between LinkedIn as well as our career center and website, I think are the best places to find our open roles. One thing I do want to note is just for entry-level recruitment, you'll find that if you go into our website right now, there's not that much on there. That's just due to the cyclical nature of campus recruitment. So likely in September, probably the first of the month, we should have all those roles open and available for you all to take a look at.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'll follow up in the comments we're streaming on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. I'll follow up in the comments around a link to where you can register for the conference, as well as the Bloomberg Careers page. Thank you so much to the 2 of you for hopping on and sharing some information, and we are excited to see you in just a few weeks.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Bye.